Good evening, guys. Am I audible and visible?
Very good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. What's about you? How's the life going?
Alhamdulillah. Very fine, sir.
Good to hear that. So, have you been practicing the last class? I have also shared the notes along with. Have you received the same? Badam, Muhammad Azam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubt from the last class? We had the
No, no, sir.
CRISP. Yes.
No, I have no doubt.
Good. Because right today we are going to see that very much implementation, that is the framework in terms of text mining, because till date we have seen in terms of non-text data, means the only the numerical data in form of qualitative, quantitative, transactional whatsoever, but we have not yet seen the text data. So that is the reason I'm asking this thing. Okay, let me allow few more people to join, then I'll start.
Okay, sir.
I think my screen should be visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. It's visual.
Okay, thank you. So I've opened the class notes which we are preparing from the last what's called few weeks. So such that nothing should be left over or nothing should be forgotten. I have kept and created the word in the terms of writing pad in a same file such that you can use them whenever needed. So let me recapitulate what I have covered yesterday. So I think this is the crisp data mining we have seen, that is cross industry standard process. Irrespective of the any industry, we can apply these 6 phases of data mining. Data could be anything. Now at this point of stage, data could be either numeric or image or video or text or alphanumeric, whatsoever is the data. The mining of the data was concerned in the previous classes, whereby we went through the 6 phases, including the business understanding, whereby we understood what are the objectives, assessments, regular and situational, mining process, produce the project plan. After the business understanding is done, we try to understand the data and its type we are going to use for the business objectives to be attained. Then after, graphical could be the type, numerical, categorical, string, historical, numeric, demographic, questionnaire based, transactional, and so much more we continued in the last class. So comparative data and non-comparative data were also discussed. Then after, quantitative, that what it could be used in the continuous manner and what is used in a discrete form. Qualitative data as far as the stock market is concerned. So we consider it as sequential data in terms of qualitative. Then after, Strategic data, there we discussed about the mission, the policy making, the decision making it is used in. Data warehouses are used to store the strategic data, not the databases. Yeah, somebody want to ask something? Nawaz? Data preparation, where we prepare the data while importing it either from database, local machine, websites, web scraping, or anything else. Right today, we will see that, yeah, what is actually in association with this, the text, and how to use it for the cleaning and transformation while integrating along with modeling the text type of data. Similarly, we have seen the modeling techniques. We all have covered supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised kind of things, for which I have already taken prior classes. Then after, we are bound to use 70 to 80% of the data to be trained wherever the 20 to 30% of the data is used for testing, such that you give the examination where that does not copy what you have studied. That's the real test you or we all confront in our life, whether it's academics or a real workplace situation. Then the evaluation, this was the new thing you came across. Evaluation means the cross validation, the testing which happened, which they have taken the one whatever the data set is have, converting it into three set. After every loop, in every loop, the training, testing, and validation three sets were created, and whenever the loop increases, the category changes, where the training data becomes the testing, testing becomes the validating, and validation becomes the training or the testing, vice versa. So this was a newer thing to you last time. And deployment, definitely it includes the knowledge of user interface and user experience, especially the Flask kind of thing, which we would see in our coming futures. So let me increase the number of pages to have our richer experiences further. Okay, 1 second. It's not going down as it's so. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I'll copy this thing such that it comes up, whereby I have to take this page down. This is the beauty of this. Last time we used to cover in everything in the Jamboard, whereby things were not as understood. Means it was understood, but things were not as interfaced as they used to be. Find them the last portion here. I'm not going to take at least for the right now. So, yeah. So it's all about text mining. Any idea to anyone that we have covered the data mining, out of which the type of the data is considered as text, and the whole six portion, the CRISP technology, is definitely going to be implemented over here also, provided, I think somebody is talking. Nawaz, if you are not directly talking to me, please mute yourself. Okay, I have muted him. Okay, thank you. So the data type, when it is come under the text, can anybody answer me? What do you call such applications? When the data, the type of the data is a text. Can anybody answer me? What is the application we call? Has anybody heard about this word, NLP? Yes or no? Somebody in the chat. It's possible to give a quick cover of the subject. Bhaskaran Anthara Krishnan.
Yes, sir.
I have already given the quick cover of the last class, Bhaskaran.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, yeah. And
Actually,
for
I'm
the
new.
last classes, yes, yes, please
Mhm.
ask.
Yeah, actually, I'm new, so that I just need some uh,
Understood.
things to learn. That's again. No
for
issues.
that for that thing, Bhaskaran, please revisit my previous 20 30 lectures I have given. So at least for the timing, what I'll say, just go for machine learning things. You will
Mm-hmm.
get numerous videos from the admin team of Eduwing, but out of which only pick the machine learning lectures, go through them such that you would be able to connect to what we are studying right now.
Noted.
Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, please. So, has anybody heard about this term NLP? So, we call it natural language processing. Yes or no? No? You are required to interact in my class. I think from our last thing, you all know. Yes, guys. Mirazuddin, Badamji, Jen,
Yes, sir.
Thai. Have you ever been introduced with this terminologies, NLP, anywhere in any context? No. Okay. Fine. So do remember, there is a term called NLP exists, and what you have learned while using the Chat GPT. When you were using the Chat GPT, it actually introduces the text processing. So usually you ask the question to Chat GPT in a text, in the form of text, and it answers you in the forms of text. So there are two versions right now available as a uh, human interaction app. One is Chat GPT, another is called Bird, which process any question from the left and the right. So it is a bilateral chat application, bilateral word processing. It makes it. So you ask a question, it creates a context and answers you the possibly proximate answer. And the answer should be in an proximity to what you have asked. So context should be there, because you can think of like the text or the language, must I say, whether the language is English or Hindi or Arabic, Urdu or German, whatever it be the language. So there has been a past history of the language, and languages are not a straightforward. We say something and it is understood something else. So most of the time in the language we use sarcasm, we also use irony. Guys, are you being relatively knowing such things? Sarcasm, irony means you are saying something else and it is understood something else. So, like I say, I ran to the store because we ran out of the milk. So, ran came two times. If I write here, I ran to the store because we ran out of milk. So, because you were shortage of the milks, that's the reason you ran to the store. This is the meaning which human interference develops. But do you agree with me that would the machine be able to develop such a near context meaning to whatever is written in the form of language? Yes or no? Will you, if you give it to the
No,
machine, non-trained machine, shall it be able to figure out the same meaning as the human understand? Yes or no?
no, no, it's not
No.
understand.
Yes. Very good. Because machine is not trained for it. Machine only understand the language of 0 and 1, binary. Or if we go to the higher level language, it's understand only the numeric kind of thing. So numerical equivalent is required. So this is one of the challenging issues that, okay, previously we were using the numbers and a direct modeling and manipulation matrix calculations were included, but now one more layer of difficulty is being added, because now we want the machine to answer the correct context based upon the given input. And surprisingly, the input is not a new numbers. Input is a high level language, sometimes English, sometimes some other language. So if a machine is not trained for it, you can't expect it to give it proper answers. So the, what may I call, the study of the natural language and its processing is called NLP, for which the text has to be generated sometimes it is to be fetched, sometimes it is to be scraped from the websites like API and JSON files, and then use your model to train them to understand the correct meaning of what a human was trying to say. Am I clear broadly? Does it make sense to you what we are going to learn today?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Vedant. So uh, if we start it, I'll start with, say, thinking framework, because whatever we are creating, the framework or the pipeline should be clear. Thinking framework means you must have the data. So the first process would be the data acquisition. Data acquisition. We will discuss in detail how the data is acquisition. I'm now creating the pipeline such that the flow should be clear. After the data acquisition means data is acquired from the places. We'll see in a couple of minutes how, where from, and how. Then after the data acquisition, we go for preparing text out of the data. So we call it text preparation. Text preparation. We receive the data could be numeric, data could be alphanumeric, data could be text plus videos plus images plus unstructured data plus discrete continuous sequential data, out of which text preparation has to happen. In from the text preparation, now sooner the text is being prepared, okay, now I am filtered by the text, now the machine has to be given the text, but machine do not understand the text. So such things are called, you go for text representation or text vectorization. Text vectorization, or I can call it text representation. Here I go. And what you know exactly out of it, one second, what you know exactly out of this, we also call it feature engineering. Feature, because this word is known to you. You heard this term, feature engineering, but you have never heard such terms called vectorization, representation of the text. So always try to correlate what you already know, such that it would be easier to understand and digest the things. So hereby what we are doing in a feature engineering, whatever text is prepared, we will convert into its equivalent numeric form. Hence we call vectorization. Is this line understood? Hence we are representing the text to the machine. Machine means your local host machine, where it understand what is actually the given input want us to tell or want us to predict. So first we need to convert it into numeric form, and then the numbers are having different techniques to understood by the machine. So after such things is done, called feature engineering, we are only left with, because now the machine received the input in the form of text, sorry, in the form of numbers. Now there's a time has started to learn from the data, and to learn from the data implies modeling. Learn from the data implies modeling. And needless to say, we have already seen the types of modeling So the modeling could be in the form of semi-supervised, unsupervised, supervised, reinforcement. Such kind of things are to be done. Means similarly, machine learning model has to be applied. Now, saying this, modeling now is to be considered either by machine learning model, ML model, or you may go for deep learning model. Usually, the machine learning model is only constrained with the amount of data. Means it is not data hungry. It can run with the sufficient data, like say 2 lakh rows, 20 lakh rows, till 20 30 lakhs rows. Machine learning model works well. But what happens when you augment your rows? What happens when you are about to give or confront your model with the 2 crores rows, 20 million rows? My goodness. Then the machine learning model will be slower. Hence, there we introduce deep learning models. We'll see everything. So after the modeling is done, we go for deployment. So can you see that what is being done? We have seen the 6 crisp method, DM method. So hadn't we applied it? Can you see it? Acquiescing the data means understanding the data. Then text preparation means data preparation. Then feature engineering, doing uh, removing the features, adding few new features, or what features are to be avoided, such kind of things. Then after the modeling, and then finally the deployment. Can you see the flow is being kept same? Any doubt in this? This is called the thinking framework, or you may call it as, if I select a draw, or you may call it as the pipeline. This is called pipeline. Any doubt in this? This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay. Here we have not considered the business objective. In CRISP technology, we were having 6 phases, whereby I left the business one. Yes, guys. Any doubt to anybody? Please. Samson, Janji, Ranjit, Anas, Shrikant, especially Bhaskaran. If you are okay with it, let's move ahead. Yes or no? Yeah. Somebody want to say something, please?
Yeah, can you please just scroll it up, that 5 steps, that is, just once more again.
Okay. Should I scroll it up, Badamji?
Okay.
See. This is the thinking framework. We have acquisited the data. I'll explain each and every step, but this is the pipeline. That one pipeline would be having data acquisition, another pipeline text preparation, then vectorization of the text, then the modeling and the deployment. So every pipeline we shall deal in detail. Till this point, is it okay?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Fine. 1 second. So if I start with the first, that is called the data acquisition. Do check with the spelling with this acquisition. I usually get mistaken out of it. Please. Data acquisition.
Sir.
Yeah, thank you. So,
Correct.
thank you. So, acquisition means collection, how we are collecting the data. So, there are various scenarios. One scenario says the data is damn available, means you need not to scrape the data. Available means you have it on the table here. So, if I write it, I may write, say, it is on the table. You are only about to use it. This table does not mean that it is available in a tabular format. Here it says on the table. So let me add it on table. There, here now, okay to use, instantly. This is the meaning. It's not a tabular kind of thing I'm saying. Then we have, okay, if it is not on the table, you need to request somebody to provide you with the data. Then we call it, it is in the database. Database we have seen inside the data warehouses. So you have to request the data engineer that provide you with the data. So you can ask your data engineer to provide you with the data, because database is a set of uh, tables where the tables are kept in a vertical format and in a horizontal format. So vertically means one table over the other, over the other, over the other. So it's called the piles of the tables. And such piles of the tables, when there are so many piles, so we call it the collection of tables, means collection of piles of tables. So such things is called database. So it is spread in terms of tables, but one collection of table is actually the one vertical, another collection of table, another vertical. So every connected data, like an employee with the one data dealing with the employee ID and the date of joining. Another table is dealing with the salary of that employee. At the very same time, the, what may I call, the address of the employee, the performance appraisal of the employee. This is the one type of data. Third kind of data for the employee could be, say, the medical history of the employee. So one employee and it's different: health, finance, personal, professional, the ability, disabilities. Okay, so such data set for which are connected with respect to each other, then we create a database. So sometimes our data is actually available to the database. We have to know certain tools. Like if I say, if a database has to be created and used, the tool which you use is called the SQL, or to be precisely, the tool will be called MySQL, whereby the SQL would be the language. Have you heard about it? MySQL, Postgres, NoSQL kind of thing.
Yeah, my secret is language.
Yeah, MySQL is not a language, sir. MySQL is a database, but language is the
SQL is language.
SQL. Yes, SQL says structured query language. It is like talking to the database. So with SQL, if I change the color, with SQL, we call it talking to the database. So if you want to have a talk or query, if you want to fetch something from the database which is actually stored, we must know how to ask via SQL to the database such that it gives you the answer. Like if I give one of the say exemplary syntax to you, if I say I write select star from means where from you want to find the thing. Say I'll write a table name. So I don't know what is the table name. So I'm giving you the context table name. So I want everything to be read from this table. So this is one of the syntax in SQL. So likewise, if you want to find only few things, just write those names in front of select. So you would enjoy while learning SQL, installing MySQL, and then creating your own database and using and reusing it anywhere from anywhere actually. So this would be an interesting thing when means we shall share our understanding in database and SQL kind of thing. Right now we are in Python, so relax. We shall continue with the Python only. Then there is one more case that I call like you have a data on the table over the database, or you sometimes call you don't have data, no data at all. Okay, or no, sorry, I won't say no data, I'll say less data, not no data, because if you don't have data, then why the data acquisition has come? We call less data. Less data means now you want your data set to be enhanced, to be augmented by any means. But whatever data you have is not sufficient. So there few techniques are used. We call such techniques to be data augmentation. Has anybody heard about it before?
No, sir.
Data augmentation. Data augmentation simply says that, okay, in terms of, say, suppose if there would have been an image. So you take that image, after the image, you flip it. Sometimes you reverse it, inverse it. Sometimes you crop it. So don't you think that you have increased the data from the same image? So doing manipulation and processing with the image actually increasing the data. But right now we don't have image. We only have text. So what is to be done with the text when as far as data augmentation is concerned? You may use synonyms because it is one of the extra adding layer to the data. Like if you go for say I am feeling happy is a one type of document or a one sentence in a document. So you may use I am feeling joyous, I am feeling delightful, I am feeling ecstasy. Synonyms. So such a way you can increase your data. One of the way. There is also called, we call it bigram flips. Bigram flips. See, like just recently I've given you one example, like flipping the image. You took an image, you flipped it by 90 degree, you flipped it by any other angle. So if you want to say, if I have written say a text like I am feeling happier happy today, say. So bigram flip says you take two words at a time, and flip their positions. So the next word would be, am I feeling today happy? Today happy. Next time you write, I am happy feeling today. Next time you write, I am feeling today happy. Are you getting bigram flip? So you have taken two words at a time and flipped their positions. So this is also, we can augment our data. Okay. Then we can add additional noises too. Additional noises. Where as far as the text is concerned, the noise are said to be the stop words, sometimes the URLs, maximum time. Say we also use very emojis. We are so fond of using the emojis in right today's world. So such techniques could be used to augment the data, to increase the number of data or the number of rows we are feeding to the machine. Am I understood till this point, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because you should understand it. And we have just started the first phase only, that is the data acquisition. We also have one form, we call it, say, if I use a different color, if I say, okay, I am acquisiting the data via other means. So this others actually carries the format of public data set. Okay, give me one name of the public data set. I have given you so many times the example. I won't tell it now. Public data set. Give me the answer. Which website do you go for data set? Utter it aloud.
Google and Chrome, sir.
Well, and Chrome is a web browser, man. Which website do you go? Many a times I have opened that website in front of you and you have downloaded it. Yes, Yosef. Abdalji would help you out if he is here. Let me ask Mirajuddin, can you ask Sanesh? Can you help us with the answer? Sanesh. Sorry, your voice is not audible, Sanesh.
Kaggle.
Kaggle, very good. I'm talking about Kaggle only. So public
Yes.
data set, Kaggle, Kaggle.com.
Yes.
Go to it. Widely available data is available there. Then we do web scraping. Web scraping. We apply the Python code. We go to the web and scrape the data like anything. We also use APIs, application programming interfacing, fast APIs or we also go for like it goes in the JSON format. You might see .docs, .excel, .pd, that's pandas data frame. Similarly, we have JSON format, .json, JavaScript or Notion, JSON format. Like for the images, we have .png, .tiff, .jpeg. Similarly, for APIs, the extension of the format is JSON. Fine. And undoubtedly, the other format which we use every day are PDF, printable document format. We also go for images. We go for audios, videos. So such are the formats we understand. So they are called the others, means they are available, go for it, use them and apply to your data set or the machine learning form. So guys, this is data acquisition kind of thing. So you must have received the fine understanding that where from the data acquisition could occur. It might occur, it is directly available as a first party data, your company provided it, or the stakeholder for which you are directly working, they give you the data. Now it's none of your business or none of your concern where the data is coming from. Go and apply the future techniques or the further techniques to be applicable. But if you don't have, you need to ask from the data engineers via the databases. Then you must know the SQL in that situation. If you have a lesser data, go for the augmentation with synonyms, bigram flips, additional noises. Then other parts are as visible in front of you. Whereby it is the only first stage data acquisition. If I go for the second stage and use a different color, especially say this, second stage says, now as the data is available, yeah, somebody want to ask something?
Text preparation, huh?
Yeah, very good. Text preparation. Because once the data is there, now you need to fetch the text from it. Fetch the text from it. Suppose if your data contains, suppose if I write, hi, I am going to explore Hyderabad via watching YouTube with, say, following URLs. With following URLs. And here is the www. Certain websites name, website 1, website 2, website 3. Rinto, please mute yourself. Where is this guy? Website 1, website 2, website 3. Where is this Rinto? Rinto, please mute yourself. Thank you. So when you have certain things like URLs, HTML tags, stop words, frequently used emojis, which are not required or which are least understood by the machine, then you have to remove such things and prepare the text accordingly. This is what I mean to say. So such things are called text preparation. So inside the text preparation, you are required to follow certain rules and regulation as you followed in numeric kind of thing. and we start with the things called cleaning, as you did to the numeric thing. You found the null values, you went for duplicates, you also found the unique values, consistent, inconsistent values, and you removed most of them such that the data becomes clean. Here, the cleaning means, yes, the cleaning means we actually clean HTML tags. First thing, we remove HTML tags, we remove emojis. Like right now, say when I also text in this class, sometimes I add emojis. Many a times I add emojis to my family, friends, and the professional friends, depending upon the situation. But yeah, yes, the emojis are actually added to reflect the human emotions, like lol, laugh out laugh, lol, lol. So such words, they are to be removed. Then you have to see the spellings. So I also called spelling checkers. Spelling checkers are to be done. Okay. So likewise, certain cleanings are required. So these are called HTML tags. I may also call removing the URLs. HTML tags and URLs has a very fine line. We will see while doing the code exactly. Then after the cleaning, we also go for called basic text processing. Basic text processing. Okay. So in the basic text processing, we usually go for say tokenization. Tokenization. Tokenization says that say you have a big document. So if the document is bigger, you divide the document into sentences. And if you are tokenizing one sentence, you divide the sentence into number of words. Now, you would say the paragraph already consists of sentences. Why are you dividing it in sentences? The sentences actually forms from the words. Why are we dividing into words? So what I mean is, say if I say here I have created, hi, I am going to explore Hyderabad via watch YouTube, such things. So after removing this portion, I will convert this text. I will convert this text into say, okay, 1 second, let me copy it if I can. 1 second, may I? Yes, I can actually. Control C. It should not be removed. Yes. See, this is the beauty of this thing. Okay. So I would remove this text preparation. I don't need it. Well, so what I want to say, I will convert into this set of say a list or a set where I will differentiate every in a sentence every word via comma. Hi, I am comma going comma to comma explore Hyderabad via watch YouTube with following URLs. So this is called tokenization. Have you understood the tokenization? If it's a sentence, tokenize it in words means differentiate a sentence into a unique words. Wherever if it's a long document, multiple sentences, differentiate sentences in itself. Like one sentence complete, comma. Another sentence complete, comma. Okay. Am I understood? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, understood.
Yes. Thank you. So this is called basic processing, my dear. Basic processing. If I do this, I'll say optional processing. Now, what is optional? I'll elaborate here. When I say optional processing, actually they are required, but it depends. Yeah, what is the data set we are handling? Optional processing, as I given a name out them, like stop word removal. Stop word removal. It's not necessary to remove the stop word. Stop word means which do not have any meaning, like the, to, and these words, they are called stop words. So stop word removal. Then we also have called stemming. Stemming means finding the root word of the given word. Like I say walking. So walking has a stemming. The meaning of root word is walk. If I say the eatable, the root word is eat. Like I'm speaking, the root word is speak. So such processes is called stemming, bringing the root word of a given word or a given context.
Aye.
Askaran, please mute yourself. Stemming. Then we call removing digits. Removing digits. You cannot include digits, at least if you are going for text, unless until it is the part of the text. Or you may also remove punctuations. Punctuations. Then this is one of the things which I personally prefer, doing the lower casing. Like whatever corpus is available to you, whatever document is available to you, simply lowercase everything. Convert everything into the lowercase. Like we have written things in upper and lower. So when I apply lower casing to this portion, say stemming, so this S becomes small. This removal becomes R of the removal becomes smaller letter. So such things are called lower casing. So such is called, yeah, optional, this optional text processing. Then we have advanced processing. Advanced processing. Advanced processing. Advanced processing says I'm going for POS tagging. POS tagging. POS means parts of speech. Parts of speech. Can anybody give me? See, you should be very well versed in English. Then only such things would make sense to you. If you are struggling in English, believe me, you have to improvise yourself. So can anybody give me the names of parts of speech? We have all have studied in the grammar.
Noun,
Yes.
pronoun, verb,
Yes, very good. Noun, pronoun, verb,
adverb, adjective,
adverb, very good. Adjective,
conjunction, adjective,
conjunction,
interjection,
interjection. So
preposition,
good. Yes, yes, good, good, good. I understood. You all knew it. So such things are called part of speech. Like noun is said to be having the name of a person, place, or a thing. So your processing should be able to fetch that, yes, this is called noun in your thing. Like it must be able to know that this is an adjective to it. Like it go like say Ram is going. So Ram is going is a normal thing. Ram is say what an adjective could be added to it. uh, uh, if I simply say Ram is dancingly going, so it means he is in a joyous mood, or Ram is joyously going. So I have added a adjective to the verb. So such things are supposed to be handled while we tag our text in POS, part of speech. So we will learn in the coming lectures that when the POS tagging is done, when it should not be done, and what are the techniques to be applied. There is one more thing, we call it co-reference resolution. Resolution. This is in a sentence or in a document. Say if I write, actually let me define it. It's called task of identifying mentions in a text, mind it, in a text that refer to the same real world entity. What does it mean? Let me explain. Task of identifying the mention that refers to the same real world entity. If I change the color and if I write in a sentence, it is written Obama. So it starts with the Obama. Then the mentioning means the implication, the implying comes to the president, the president. And third time it comes as he. So these three terms are actually mapping and giving the indication towards the same person. Obama is the president, and in the upcoming synthesis of the syntax, he is referred to. So whenever say he meant via amendment to the rules of US. So who is he here? The president. Who is the president of US? Obama. Are you getting? So such things are called co-reference resolution. Isn't it a newer thing you understood today?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
When I went such things in my prior learning, when I learned such thing, I was mesmerized. Oh my God, such things also exist. So it is actually the English, the grammar. So where whomsoever is very good in catching the context, knowing, see, our mind is actually pre-trained to where if I also give write a very jumbled words, you find the meaning out of it because the brain is trained likewise. But the machine is not at all. You have to, and we have to train the machine in the fashion such that it understand the things as we want it to understand. Only to achieve that task, we are required to first understand the type of text we are giving, the problems associated with the text, the resolutions we can add to it, and ultimately what the machine understand. That is, we can't say. Only the machine would say, what did I understand it? Then after this, we go for our third thing, which we call feature engineering. That's a very detailed topic. I will definitely take feature engineering in detail in coming lectures, but today I'll give you the glimpse what is meant by feature engineering, especially in the text mining. Feature engineering say you are doing the IMDb dataset. IMDb dataset. It's called the movie review. Movie review. It's available in the Kaggle. So say you have a two column, the review test, the review text, and the sentiments. Somebody has reviewed the movie. Somebody has reviewed the movie. So the first review, the second review, the third review. Say somebody said, movie was awesome. Second review came, movie was fair. Somebody said, the movie seems to be not entertaining. It might be actionable, but not entertaining because the person went for entertainment. Entertaining. Say we have a fourth review that says that the movie is not good for children. See, this is the review people have given. Suppose I have created it right now. So if I go for movie was awesome, what is the sentiment? Positive, negative, or neutral? Guys, you answer.
Positive, positive.
Positive. I'll write it positive. Second one, what should be the answer? Movie was fair.
It was all right.
It's a neutral. Fair. Neither he added good. Fair. Matlab, whether he could have seen the movie or not seen the movie, it hardly matters to the person. Neutral means the person is neither in a opposition nor in favor. So such things are called neutral. Am I understood? Movie seems to be not entertaining, a bit negative. And movie is not good for children. That does not mean that movie is not good for adult. So this neither comes for positive nor neutral, neither negative. So such things are called decisional. But if your machine is not given that tagging, what must I say, that category, then the machine will take it in the form of negative. Why? Because of the term not here. Not here. Okay. Are you getting the understanding by the machine? So such is actually one of the direct implication I have represented to you in the terms of say. So where and how it is being calculated. Say we are having number of positive words. We have number of positive words, negative words from say 50,000 review, and neutral words. Okay. So say the positive words are 5, negative words are 2, neutral words are 6. So what do you think? What is the sentiment? Okay, sentiment must be in terms of only 0 and 1, because now the machine has to understand, because see this is counting has happened like this. So 5 times positive, 2 times negative, 6 times neutral. So may I consider it as a positive review or a neutral review? What do you say?
To be neutral.
See, neutral, if I say neutral, it is neither adding weightage to the negative nor weightage to the positive. Okay. It is as consider the neutral as equal to 0. Means if I add a 0 to something and I deduct a 0 to something, it hardly makes a difference. This is one of the things. So it depends on the model training also. So if you go for watching it from the naked eyes, so you will consider, okay, people have been positive about it. Very less people, comparatively less people are negative. So after watching this, would you be going to watch the movie or not? This is one of the thing I'm supposed to raise here. So if you go for neutral, means no sentiment, then it will go for 0. But say suppose the things are positive words are say 3, negative words only 1, but neutral words remain 6, then definitely you would not prefer to go. So then in that case you will make it as 1, that okay, it seems to be positive and it seems to be negative, means it seems to be neutral words. What should I say? So the actually such things are called one hot encoding, which I shall discuss later. That yeah, what is the actual meaning of the number of words and this. So to understand such things right now, because we were uh, required to learn the techniques. So let me write the names of the techniques which we have to see in our coming classes. So such things which actually converts the what may I call text into numbers and then numbers into vectors. So such things, the names of the things are called. One is one hot encoding, OHE. One hot encoding. It simply converts anything into 0 and 1. That's it. But it is not as effective as the other techniques are. Second is called bag of word, BOW. Bag of words. Another technique we call TF-IDF. TF-IDF. Term frequency inverts document frequency. Last thing we have word to vec. So this is actually the deep learning technique. This is actually the deep learning technique Rest other techniques could be used with machine learning. Okay, guys. So we are about to study these techniques, but before that, we were required to do such cleaning portions. These one, optional cleaning, basic procedural cleaning, doing the tokenization over the Python, fetching the text, removing the HTML tags, emojis, correcting the spellings, URLs, and obviously that where the data is coming from. Isn't it interesting? You have learned today the text about, actually the text also needs machine learning. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So see, my main motto always remains that you learn something new. You learn things such that you could apply it whatever you are working for. Am I clear, Abdauji? You seems in a black background. So things are going likewise. Oh, now yeah, it's good. So I would request all of you to come in front of the camera to share your beautiful faces and the smiles. Sanesh, you seems absent from last few classes.
Yes, sir. Last week, there's some
Okay.
issue. I'm in hospital.
Oh, is
We are
everything
blessed
fine
with
now?
the baby girl.
My goodness, you guys are crazy.
Yes,
Means you
fine,
do
fine.
like anything. Going, somebody is on in hospital, somebody is attending in the airport to the people who are ill. Means it's good, but to be to help people, but not to be in the situation that somebody helps you. Okay. All the best.
Oh,
I think people are coming. Bhaskaran, you are being in the first time. Ranjit ji joining at this time such that he comes in the picture. Jan Mathai ji, have you learned the things well today? Jan ji is muted. You are muted, Jan ji. Okay, no worries. Mohammad Azam, Badam ji,
Yes, sir.
Ujjwal, Bas Bhaskaran, thank you. So, fine, good. Let's take the selfie for the day. Tajuddin. Okay, done. So I can expect that yes, you guys are learning well, and if there is any doubts or the previous things not understood, especially one or two classes not greater than that, you can raise the question such that in the middle of the class, not in the middle, in the inception of the class, we can take the query window and you could be answered well. But for that, you have to make your efforts, else nobody, not even the God would come to help you. So please make it like, and if you are required anything, say in terms of Python, machine learning, deep learning, SQL, or any programming kind of thing, help
and also
or
I think last 2 week class also not posted in YouTube.
then Athira would help you out. Do write a
Yes,
mail.
at least they can post maybe because we are doing the class Sunday, right? At least they can post the class maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. The absent people can learn also.
Okay, do write a mail. Athira, please. I think the feedback should be well taken. This is the first time Sanesh has told.
So
I
till the last classes, the videos are uploaded in the YouTube. As per my information, the till
no,
last class,
I
all
checked
the
yesterday also last week.
but because our digital marketing team is doing all those stuffs, and they have informed me that till last week they have uploaded the
No,
sessions. In
even though they can post the maybe the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because some people are absent. Because usually all are working in UA or some area. They can
okay,
also
okay,
watch the class. They can also learn these things.
okay. I will inform them to upload as soon as
Yes,
possible.
please.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Okay,
fine.
okay.
And one more thing, the classes are shared in the mail, not in WhatsApp, because we couldn't share all the students one by one in WhatsApp due to some technical issues. WhatsApp is not allowing to send the links, messages which is having links, so we can't send it as a group. So we are sharing the links in the mail. So kindly check your mail for the class details, the Eduwing study materials, everything I'm sharing in the mail. So if someone is not aware of that, please check your mail. I have shared the